Hi, I'm Andy. You may have seen some of my videos on the Courier Exchange, and I've been thinking how best to illustrate how you start on the Courier Exchange and what your first few weeks are like. And I want to introduce you to my brand new board game, Courieropoly. And with me to play is Office Julie. Office Julie, come on down. Right. Now, you know, come and sit down. So when you start Monopoly, you get a pile of Monopoly money, don't you? Given to you.
Yeah.
But you are going to be playing with 10 grand of your own money.
Okay.
So here's the 10 grand that you've supplied us with, before we started. Now, what you're going to need is £4,000 for a van. I know you can get vans cheaper, but we're going to work on 4 grand. So can I have 4 grand of your own money, please? That's 500s. 2, 3, 4.
4.
It's firework night, you can tell. So that's 4 grand. Now, bit of an old van. You're going to make sure your cam belt is done. So you're going to need £1 grand for service history, or for servicing, because the service history is unknown. So can I take another £1,000 of your own money, Office Julie?
Okay.
So that is now £5,000. Right. So you're going to need £2,000 for the Courier Exchange. So can I have another £2,000 of your own money? That is now 7 grand you have paid me.
1, 2.
7 grand, thank you very much. That is your van, the servicing, and the Courier Exchange. Oh, we forgot about £500 for VAT for the Courier Exchange. These are rough numbers, so they're not perfect, and your numbers may be a little bit different. Now, you're then going to need to insure your van, Office Julie. So we need £1,000 for insurance. Can I have £1,000 of your money, please?
2. This is going down rapidly.
It is going down very, very rapidly. Now, we then need about £300 for goods in transit and public liability. Now, you can get other policies, but you want to make sure you've got a good one. So £300 goods in transit and public liability insurance, please.
1, 2, 3.
You're ever so good at giving me your money. Thank you very much. Oh, we need £100 for the AA. Thank you very much. That's your AA cover for the year. Well done. Oh, and let's just call it £300 for Rotex. Can I have £300 more of your own money, please?
1, 2, 3.
Thank you very much, Office Julie. You are now a player on the Courieropoly Courier Exchange game.
I might be able to get a meal deal for lunch one day.
There's your car. Now, this is how the game works, right? Going around the board represents 1 month. Week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4. Now, these numbers are kind of real numbers, I think, if you're starting out on the Courier Exchange. So, now, week 1, off to a slow start. We're going to call it that you invoice £300, yeah? So, go to the end of the week, yeah? Oh, now you've done some driving, so I want £100 off you for diesel, please.
Ouch. Okay.
£100 for diesel, thank you very much. No money yet, right? Now, let's say week 2 goes a little bit better. So go to the end of week 2 over there, and you invoice £700. Very well done. Oh, I need £150 off you for diesel. Have you got a 5 there? 500?
Yeah.
Let me give. So it's 150. So I give you 1, 2, 3. Let's say 150. Let's give you that. That's £350 there back in change. Now we are at the end of week 2. Right. End of week 2. So sorry, I put my numbers down and I've lost the end of week 2. So now week 3, you're a little bit poorly. So you don't get sick pay, but you do invoice £300. So let's go over to the end of week 3 there. Oh, and I need £100 off you for diesel, please.
You wouldn't have paid diesel though, would you? If you
Well,
were
you've earned £300. So okay, well, we'll call it
that's
70.
some of the week.
So that's some of the week. So £70, please, for diesel. Hard negotiator, she'll do well. Now, week 4, congratulations. Let's get to the end of week 4.
Okay.
And I want £150 diesel off you, but you have earned, you've
paid me?
invoiced. Oh, somebody pay you.
Has someone paid me after 4 weeks?
Nobody's going to pay you.
No one's paid me after 4 weeks.
Nobody's going to pay you after 4 weeks because most of your invoicing works 30 days from end of month.
Oh, that's so mean.
Sometimes people pay you a little bit earlier. It does depend. Some people might even pay you same day. It doesn't happen very often, but it can happen. But I think you have to work on the assumption that your money is gonna come 30 days from the end of invoice. But check everything, that the work that you're doing, because some people might be 60 days from the end of the month or 45 days from the end of the month.
Make sure you've got a diary to write down the dates when your money is due.
Absolutely use spreadsheets. Now, week 5, not such a good week this week. You've only invoiced £500. So let's go to the end of that. Oh, and I'm going to want £150 of diesel off you because you did a lot of driving that week and you just didn't earn very well.
50.
150.
I'm going to starve.
Okay.
I'm physically going to starve.
Week 6. Go to the end of week 6. You've had another not so great week.
A month for free.
£550 invoice. She's parked for free, but she also owes us £150 diesel.
20, 40. You owe me £10, please.
No.
That's a couple of meal deals for lunch. Come on, I'm going to eat.
A £10. Oh. Look,
You're the banker,
let's just call it 140. Okay, you're just making life difficult. Right. So let's get to the end of go to the end of week 3. Hang on. Sorry. No, that's week 7. Sorry.
7.
That's the end of week 7, isn't it?
It's not week 3.
No, it's not week 3. We've gone around the board once. Week 7. We're not starting the recording again. End of week 7. Now, actually, you need some headlight bulbs. So that's going to be £40. And now you're out of money.
And now I'm starving.
Now you're out of money. And I would actually say that you've done really well to have done all that on.
So how much money
grand.
am I actually waiting on week 7? How much?
We'll work that out in a minute. But I would say if you've gone that far, you've done quite well. Yeah. But you're going to have to borrow a couple of £100, right? Okay, so there you go. There's your couple of £100.
Cash injection from the savings.
Cash injection from the savings. Your mate, your brother, or anybody else. Now, so let's put some diesel in the van and get rocking again, yeah? Because you're going to need diesel on a daily basis or perhaps every other day. And that's a pretty good week, week 8. Now, that is going to be £500 earned and £110 in diesel because diesel varies week to week. So let's work out what you would have earned from that first month. Now it pays, yeah? So you had £300 in week 1, count it up, £700 week 2.
1,000.
Yeah, then you're a bit poorly, it's £300 the next week. You've got £1,300 and £800, right? So you've got that. So 2,100 in month 1. But some of this is on a 45-day end of month invoice, so you haven't got all that coming. So you get just £1,800, but not all of it's on time. So you're only going to get £1,500, and then you've got to chase the rest.
After 8 weeks.
After 8 weeks, that's the end of 8 weeks. And I would say actually, if you've done a couple of grand at that point, you've done quite well. But you can see how the diesel. Oh, and the next thing I need to tell you. Because you've done 10,000 miles now, you need to service your van. Can I have £200 for servicing of your van, please? Thank you very much. Oh, and you've got to pay your mate back your 200 quid, right? So think about that money that you've earned, and you were spending, what, £150 in diesel?
Yeah.
So now you've only got £1,000, but you've got to also be saving for next year's Courier Exchange fees. Yeah, and the insurance, and you kind of start to pay yourself back. Now, your other half is going, well, where's all the money when you started this business? So what we're going to do is we're going to look at week 9 now. And I think in week 9, maybe it goes a bit better. You get £700 invoiced. Week 10, 650. And it just kind of goes on like that. And I reckon it will be week 12 before you're paying yourself like regularly every week. You've got to hold that money back. And I reckon if sort of by about week 12, if you're paying yourself perhaps 250, 300 quid, because you're trying to put money back into the business because you've started with the money and you've also got to save up for next year, I would say you're doing reasonably well. But that is the Courier Exchange, and you will make money on it.
It just takes time.
It does work, but it takes time. And I think the first 6 months are really hard. Well, the first 3 months are really hard, aren't they? Month 4, 5 and 6 kind of get easier, I think. That is the reality of the Courier Exchange. Do you want to just stop the video there, Julie? And that is great. Thank you for playing Courieropoly, a fun game for all the family.
Or not.
Or not?